Today, let's compare the iPhone 16 Pro Max with the iPhone 17. But first, a backstory. Right, so I've reached that point again. That point every iPhone user eventually hits, usually with the same emotional energy as realizing a milk expired yesterday, but only noticing it after pouring it into your tea. My beloved 14 Pro Max has officially dipped to 74% battery health. 74. At that point, it's not battery health anymore, it's more like battery hope. And honestly, after 3 years, I think it might be time to finally retire this thing. So naturally, I'm looking at an upgrade, and because I'm extremely normal and definitely not overthinking every tech purchase like it's a mortgage application, I've narrowed it down to 2 options: the refurbished iPhone 16 Pro Max or the brand new iPhone 17. And this has turned into the kind of dilemma that makes me pace around the room like Tim Cook, deciding whether the next iPhone should come in muted beige or slightly more muted beige. Before we get into the chaos, quick reminder, if you enjoy watching me spiral over tech decisions so you don't have to, make sure you subscribe and hit the hype button. It genuinely helps a small channel like mine more than you think. Plus, it tells YouTube that apparently there is a market for people who enjoy seeing someone emotionally unravel over battery health percentages. Right, let's start with the iPhone 17's advantages. First, the screen. Wow, this thing hits 3000 nits brightness outdoors, and unlike some spec bumps that sound impressive but never actually matter in real life, this one does. Now 2000 nits on the 16 Pro Max is great too, but I won't complain about higher brightness. And yes, I know in the UK the sun is usually asleep or hiding or on an annual leave, but in those brief mythical moments where sunlight does appear, the extra brightness is genuinely beneficial. It makes the screen more usable outdoors, and that is always something we can appreciate. Then there's the selfie camera upgrades. The new 18 megapixel front camera that can shoot landscape selfies while you're holding the phone in portrait. This is actually more useful than I expected and makes taking selfies so much less awkward. You also don't have to do that weird rotate the phone but keep your arm locked in like a malfunctioning robot maneuver anymore. It just works and produces clean, consistent shots. Charging also got a glow up, guys. 50% in 20 minutes instead of 30. And yes, I know it sounds like a small difference until you're standing by a plug deciding whether you can actually leave the house or if your phone is still spiritually attached to the wall. That extra 10 minutes, in real world use that can matter. And then we have the A19 chipset, Apple's annual, we promise this is absolutely necessary silicon refresh, but this one does feel slightly more meaningful. It buys you an extra year of support, and it comes with those new neural accelerators in the GPU designed specifically for AI features. But of course, there's always a but, because the 16 Pro Max, it still slaps, as the cool kids would say. Let's start with the display. It's bigger. And yes, I know some don't want a giant behemoth smartphone, but in a world where everything is shrinking, bezels, charging bricks, attention spans, the 16 Pro Max proudly stands there like, look, I'm massive, what are you gonna do about it? The content looks more cinematic, text feels more comfortable, even doom scrolling feels like a premium experience. Slightly dangerous, yes, because you'll scroll for longer, but beautiful nonetheless. Then there's the battery. My refurbished unit came with 92% battery health and roughly 300 cycles, which to be fair is actually pretty decent, and battery life has been solid. However, and this genuinely shocked me, it's only been slightly better than the iPhone 17 I reviewed. This makes no sense considering the bigger battery, but it has only been a few days, so battery calibration could still be happening. I'll post today's screen on time to show you any improvements, but so far today is looking better. Now cameras. The 16 Pro Max's 5x telephoto is still fantastic. Apple did give the 17 a 2x optical quality crop, but at the end of the day, it's just digital zoom. This 5x zoom is crisp enough to make you feel like a part-time spy. 5x handles everything, and also the main sensor is slightly larger on the Pro phones, and also because of LiDAR, you get better autofocus in low light. And then there's ProRAW and ProRes. Now, do I see myself ever using this? Probably not, but knowing I can use them sparks a bit of joy. It makes me feel like if someone said, hey, let's film a masterpiece right now, I can at least pretend I'm ready. USB 3 speeds are another win. If you transfer large files, it's great. Although airdrop on the iPhone 17 is faster because of the M1, and I mainly airdrop everything anyway, usually to myself, because apparently I'm my own production team. And then titanium. Aluminium on the 17 may be easier for Apple to color, but titanium just hits different. It looks more premium, feels more premium, and every time I picked up the 16 Pro Max, it has that dense, satisfying grown-up feel. The aluminium 17 feels lighter, cleaner, but slightly less luxurious. But here's where the dilemma gets spicier. The refurbished 16 Pro Max I got in basically flawless condition is £629, but of course it has 94% battery health. The brand new iPhone 17 is £799, a whole £170 difference. Even if I replace the 16 Pro Max's battery in the future, which would bring the total to £738, it's still cheaper than the iPhone 17. Logically then, it feels like the 16 Pro Max is the sensible option, but emotionally, my brain isn't having it. It's like, are you about to really buy a phone with 92% battery health when you've just survived a 14 Pro Max living on 74%? Aren't you traumatized? Aren't you tired? Haven't you suffered enough? That's the fear sitting in the back of my mind. The paranoia that I'll keep the 16 Pro Max, enjoy it for a few weeks, and then suddenly the battery drops to 90% and I start having flashbacks to charging my 14 Pro Max twice a day. Yes, I can replace the battery, but then the deal becomes less of an absolute steal. And that brings me on to my next thought. The dangerous one, the one that usually appears at 2 AM. Should I just not buy a new phone at all? Because here's the thing, after using the 16 Pro Max and the iPhone 17, something interesting happened. They do ultimately feel very similar to my 14 Pro Max. Don't get me wrong, they're better, but not wildly different in everyday usage. The biggest upgrades I've appreciated were the action button and camera control. Being able to launch the camera instantly with camera control is actually quite convenient, and taking screenshots quickly with the action button's neat. Also the thinner bezels and the lighter bodies, that's appreciated. And yes, having the ability to run Apple Intelligence in the future would be nice too as a tech YouTuber. But that's it really. So then I start to think, if these phones feel familiar, maybe the problem is simply my battery. The 14 Pro Max still works beautifully. Performance? Smooth. Cameras? Still pretty great. Design? Still premium. The only part collapsing is the battery, which at this point is basically powered by hopes, dreams, and fumes. So should I just replace the battery? £95 would be the cost. New battery, fresh life injected straight into the phone, no compromises, no worrying about whether the battery drops 1% overnight ruins my week, just a phone that works again. Which suddenly makes me question everything. Am I actually in need of a new phone, or am I just chasing the dopamine of unboxing something shiny? So now the dilemma has 3 branches. Option 1, go for the iPhone 17, future-proof, brand new, shiny, no baggage, no battery trauma, noticeably brighter screen, faster charging, landscape selfies, and the additional year of software support. Option 2, save £170 and keep the refurbished iPhone 16 Pro Max. Bigger, more premium titanium, 5x telephoto, pro features, and even with a future battery replacement, still cheaper than the iPhone 17. Option 3, replace the battery in my 14 Pro Max for £95 and wait for the 18 Pro Max? And honestly, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. This is one of those rare moments where every option makes sense and absolutely none of them do at the same time. So I'm throwing it to you. What would you do if you were in my position? Let me know your thoughts in the comments because I think this is one of those decisions where the audience might genuinely save me from myself. And if you enjoy these chaotic tech dilemmas, make sure you subscribe and hit the hype button. It genuinely helps my tiny corner of YouTube grow.